Hey folks, I'm Vinny the Wrench here at Velo Wrench Bike Shop. I'm going to go over with you today kind of your pre-ride inspection. You should do this every time you take your bike out. We're going to start up here in the front of the bike. First thing you want to do is just check, make sure your tire is spinning freely, your brakes are centered. And this gives you a good opportunity to kind of check out your tires and just kind of check and see if there's anything stuck in there, any big cuts or anything. It's an excellent time to find out before you're on the road and it's too late then. Working our way down the bike, you just want to make sure you don't have anything hanging off of it, nothing stuck, your cables are nice and straight and clean. Go ahead and give your wheels a little bit of a turn and kind of pounce through your gears there, kind of see that everything feels good and that everything's working the way it should. Good time to look at it. Back your chain up and look at your chain, looking for any kind of debris that might be hanging into it. Just make sure everything is freely moving and clear. You can pull on this underside cable here if you're in your lower gear. You can pull on it and make sure that your derailleur is working just fine. You also want to listen for any rubbing noises. Make sure there's nothing rubbing or nothing touching in there. If there is, it might be time to bring it into your shop for a tune-up. If not, later on video, we're going to show you how to do a quickie tune-up on your own bike. Then you want to do the same thing with the rear wheel. Same thing, just give it a whirl, make sure everything is centered inside this brake area. If you get a really good look down there, you can see the distance between the brake and the wheel. And when that's spinning, you can see if your wheel is out of true. If it is and it's pretty bad, bring it to your shop immediately. But if it's like this one is, it's really nice and straight, you really have nothing to worry about. Again, check and inspect your tires to make sure there's nothing stuck in them. Last thing you want to do is you want to get a little bit of lube on your chain. This time of year I only use a dry lube or what they call a wax lube. And the easiest way to do it is just to hold your bottle in one hand at the back, spin it around until it's in there. Let it set for just a second. And take a towel in your hand and then just back your chain up. This does a couple of things. With these wax-based lubricants, it also helps to pull the old wax off of the bike and it applies the new wax, and it also keeps your chain a lot cleaner if you're doing it this way. Also, while you're doing that, you can feel with your hand if there's a kink or anything wrong with your chain. But there you go. There's your basic stuff you should check every time you go out. Make sure you got all your stuff in your seat bag so you don't have a flat when you're out there. You're ready to go ride.